What's good with the fam? Welcome back to my channel and Merry Christmas everyone. I was supposed to post a video yesterday, but I stopped taking the video. Like, I don't know why I stopped. I don't know. Yeah, I stopped and there wasn't enough footage for me to like upload a decent picture. I mean, not picture, video. But yeah, today is Christmas. I was supposed to vlog as well. That didn't happen either. But hey, at least there's a video, right? I really hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas, spending time with your families, and enjoying the spirit of giving and sharing and receiving and all of that good stuff. Yeah. So as y'all can probably tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about self-confidence. So I was thinking like for this next week, since like this is the last week of the year, we should like touch on topics pertaining or in connection with self, like self-development, self-growth, like everything pertaining to the self. So, and today is going to be one of the first topics to be covered, being self-confidence. So I really hope you guys find this video helpful. But yeah, let's get into this. Cool, so we can start off by defining confidence. Like, we can't go further than that. If you don't know what confidence is, then we can't really move forward from that. According to Google, I saw there was 3 definitions that I found with regards to the confidence that I'm talking about. So the first one was having a feeling of faith and belief in that you can rely on something or someone. Number 2 is having and being in a state of being certain about the truth with regards to something or someone. And the third one is a feeling of self-assurance in the form of appreciation for your own capabilities or abilities. Yeah. And the keywords that I found with regards to this definition was having trust. So that goes hand in hand with the first one, as in being able to rely on someone. So trust, faith, belief, assurance, and appreciation. In order for you to be able to have build your own self-confidence, you need to have these key ingredients. So this includes like trust. You need to be able to trust yourself. You need to have faith in yourself, regardless of so faith is basically believing in what you haven't seen. So, and that goes hand in hand with belief. So being able to believe in yourself, having faith in yourself. Another one is being able to like assurance. So self-assurance, as in being able to depend on yourself. Like, know that you are enough for yourself outside of everyone else. You're able to be yourself and achieve whatever by your own. I don't know how to put that. And lastly is appreciation. But that being a real yes. Guys, that's a Laura in the background. She wants to be inside. I don't know what she wants. What do you want, Mama? Now she's quiet. So also is appreciation, being able to appreciate yourself. Like, if you do good in something or you achieve a certain goal, regardless of how small or big it is, just take a moment to appreciate yourself. Like, yeah, you were able to achieve that, you're able to do this. Even if it's small, just appreciate. And that kind of helps you build or boost your confidence in that you're able to achieve things. So having self-confidence is important because if you've got self-confidence, then you won't be anxious about things. You won't be like afraid, like, because I mean who wants to be afraid? Because if you don't have self-confidence, then you have self-doubt, because I think that's the opposite of self-confidence. And always doubting yourself is like, you know, why do you want to always be doubting yourself? Being able to rely on yourself, I mean, because you're always with yourself. If you can rely entirely on your own, on yourself, then like you can get things done much faster, because you're consulting you know that you can depend on yourself regardless of whatever happens. So like and when you have self-doubt, like it raises anxiety and your nervousness, and you just, I don't know, you miss out on the world because you're being too reserved due to being too shy or not being sure of yourself. But unfortunately, in this time and age, self-confidence is like really hard to get by. I myself is a testimony, because I'm still working on my own self-confidence. It's getting there. Like, there's been massive improvement, and I'm glad about it. So that's why I also wanted to touch on this topic, to try and help someone else out there. So because what's this, mostly self-confidence, like, is hard to build due to things like society. Like, society has been like one of those things that just attacks your self-confidence, in that they want people to be a certain way, to look, especially things like social media. Like, I'm hoping that things get better over time, because I feel like it's not one-sided anymore, and people are speaking more about it, and there's less segregation, so to say. But like, I'm saying this in reserve, because I'm sure like you might have opposing views. I'm not trying to take nobody, but I feel like things are getting better. They're starting to be more open and more inclusive. So things like social media like really break our spirits down. Like, that's why do not like follow social media trends, like it's the alpha and the omega. So yeah, rather be the author of your own story, instead of following everything. And sorry about that. Instead of following this and following that and this and whatever the case may be, like, instead of just being a follower, rather be the leader of your own story, the leader of your own life. Like, write your own story. And because in society, I mean, there is no like one size fit all, and if you try to like follow social media to the T, you're gonna end up disappointing yourself and being unfair to yourself even. Another thing is, well, it goes hand in hand with the whole social media thing. Like, it brings or comes up with insecurities, and insecurity can stem from a lot of things, including social media, like I just mentioned. But yeah, so insecurities can stem from a lot of things, and this also is one of the greatest things that contribute to a person having less self-confidence, like being able to I don't know how to put it in words. English is running away from me, guys. It's not my mother tongue. That's my excuse. But anyway, insecurities is like a counterattack. Yeah. In today's video, we are going to be discussing like how can we improve on our self-confidence and get rid of all the like things that contribute to us having less confidence in ourselves. And we can start off by like knowing what we want. Like, just know what you want. Like, sit down with yourself and be like, if it's a person that you look up to, like, what about them? What about this person that you look up to attracts you? Like, what characteristics do they possess that you'd like to have? Like just write down everything you want, like the type of person that you want to. Like, so you want to know like what attributes do you want to have within you, like what type of goals or which goals do you want to achieve and things like that. So just write that all down, and this is going to be like your mind map. Because if you know what you want, if you know what your end goal is, it kind of it's like clearer in terms of like where you want to be, and you are more, because you're focused on the goal. You're focused on, well, it's like a self goal though, yeah. So it's not a goal, it is a goal in that it's a self goal of like where you want to be individually. So once you've written that down, then you know like, okay, so this is what I want and this is what I don't want. And by doing so, like, you have a clear picture of where you're going, instead of just like following A and following B and following C, and you don't really know exactly where you're going with yourself or where you want to be. Like, if you do not have that, then you're just gonna be going and you're gonna end up disappointing yourself, and that's not nice. But yeah, like this also goes with what the Bible says in terms of like, if you don't know where you're going, like you're touching this side, you're touching that side, like if you have no sense of direction, it's kind of like you being lukewarm. And in Revelations 3 from verse 15 to 16, it talks about how God dislikes, I can't get the word, but anyway, how God dislikes those who want to be lukewarm, as in you're neither hot nor cold. Like, if you want to be cold, be cold. If you want to be hot, be hot, rather than being everything. Like, have a sense of direction. So just sit down with yourself. So that's the first step. Sit down with yourself and write down what you want. If it's someone you look up to, what about them attracts you to them? What about them do you want to implement in your own life? Like, what types of goals do you want to achieve? And step number 2 would be having a time frame for everything that you're trying to achieve. Even if it I mentioned in one of the planning videos, like, you want to achieve a goal. What am I saying? I'm confused, guys. I just lost myself, people. What did I just say? Okay, restart, refresh. Cool. You want to have a timeline for everything that you want to achieve. So here you are trying to develop yourself, you're trying to build your self-confidence. And once you've written down like everything you're trying to achieve for yourself, just like setting like a goal to purchase a car or whatever the case may be, you have like a final goal. You want to have it by then. You want to be able to, like, maybe say do public speaking by this, and like just have a time frame so that you know what you're working towards. And if you have a time frame, you're more focused because you know you've got a deadline and you gotta have it done by that deadline. If you are a procrastinator, do go watch the procrastination video and forget the procrastination life. We are leaving that in 2020, not in 2021. We do not procrastinate no more. Cool. And while you're at it, you can also check out my video on planning as well as focus, so you can focus more on your goal and as well as plan towards like self-development in a realistic term. So you gotta be realistic also. That's the other thing. You gotta be realistic about your goal, not your goal, man, your time frame, like the time frame that you give yourself. Like you know, nobody knows you better than you, I believe. So you would know like by when, if you did A, B, C, and D in order to improve, like to be able to speak in a public space, like you know what it's gonna take, you know like what realistic time frame is gonna work for you individually. Because like I said, there's no one shoe fits all. Every person is different, everyone's journey is different. So yeah, just be realistic in terms of you and focus on you, yourself, and your goal. Cool. That brings me to point number 3. So point number 3 is going hand in hand with appearance. Like there's that saying, that goes that if you look good, you feel good. And this is actually true. Like if you're looking good, you are going to automatically feel good because you're like, I don't know, it just brings a whole vibe. I don't know, you're like happy. I don't know if you all feel this, but like if I'm looking good, like guys, if you're looking good, you feel good. So another thing you might want to work on, so that's number 3. Once you know what you want and you've set a time frame for that, you also want to try and look good. Like, because if you're looking good, you're more confident in yourself, in that I like what I have on, I like the way I look, like your presentation physically, like it's good and you are happy with that. And if you are happy with that, like then you will be able to speak more clearly because like you're flowing and you're, I don't know, man, I don't know whether I'm even using the right words, but I know you feel me. So for that to be in place, you want to focus on things like your dressing, self-hygiene, and all of that food. So go and do your research on that. If you're not you don't have enough information on that, I don't want to say it, but if you do not have enough information on that, so just go and look it up, like get things that's gonna help you if you are lacking in A, B, or C. Like find ways to boost yourself up so that you feel comfortable with whom you are physically, you feel comfortable with how you look physically. And remember, you don't have to be naked in order to look sexy either. Like just be reserved. If you're a reserved person, be reserved. You don't need to change how you look in order for you to feel like you look good. Like remember that one. Like I'm not saying go out there and be wearing whatever the case may be. Yeah. But that's, we're gonna leave that for another day. Like another video, another day. The next point is that I need y'all to be positive. Like think positive. Like speak positivity into your life. Because like I'm gonna quote a story that by Novella. It's one of a YouTuber. It's a YouTuber that I watch. She speaks about growing a tree. So if you plant apple seeds, your tree is not gonna produce oranges. I mean, you planted an apple seed, so you're gonna get apple seeds. So what you also want to do is you want to plant positivity into your life so that you get positive fruits, like good things, like good positive results. And if you're constantly thinking negatively about yourself, constantly planting negative, then the fruits you produce will also be negative because you're always looking down on yourself. Like guys, I feel like we can be our worst enemies because I mean nobody can criticize you worse than you can criticize yourself. I don't know about you, but I know nobody can criticize me worse than I've ever criticized myself. It's just, and even if you go into the Bible, God, like the Bible tells you that God helps those who help themselves. Like you can bring, like my sisters always say, you can bring the cow to the river, but you can't force it to drink the water. Like just be positive, like think positive about yourself, encourage yourself if you have to, write self-motivation, like you can have like a mantra that you say every morning to make yourself feel confident. Have like little note or cards that make you feel better. Like I know I forgot her name now, but yeah, someone I watched also had like I think they bought them from Amazon, but it was like this little cards that like uplifting cards that she read every time she fell down, and like it just lifted her spirits whenever she was down and was about to go into a negative zone. Like to avoid that, she read the cards and they improved her spirits as well. So you can either write them down yourself, like things that will motivate you, or you can go and buy them. Even you can, I think you can even Google it, like motivating. It's not that hard, but yeah. So speak positivity. The next point is to take action. Like do not just plan towards something and then sit back and wait for, I don't know, heaven to come down, because even the Bible tells us faith without action is like a body without a soul. I mean, have y'all been walking around and leaving your heart and brain at home? Like, is that even possible? No, you have to think, you have to use your heart needs to beat for your organs to work. I mean, you're laughing. Anyways, take action, like be fruitful. And also I just mentioned that you need to be thinking positive, but sometimes you might be in a place whereby negative comments or negative things are being said about you, and that also can discourage you. Rather than being discouraged and taking in that negative energy and wearing it like a cloak, rather than that, take the discouragement as motivation. Take it as a challenge. Use it as a stepping stone to get to where you want to be. Try and prove them wrong instead of just like wallowing in your bed and being like, oh no, it's over, I cannot achieve this, like it's impossible, things like that. So just take discouragement like with a what's that saying, like a pinch of salt. Yeah, take negative comments with a pinch of salt and use it as a challenge for to better yourself. That way you're using it as a stepping stone to get closer to your goals. Cool. And lastly, the other thing that you all need to work on is patience. I mean, you all know that patience is a virtue, and things don't always like, you can't expect results tomorrow. Like everything takes time. Like take the 21-day challenge, like building a habit. Make it a lifestyle by going on to the 90-day challenge. Do that, like apply that, plan it out, like what habits do you want to have. What you can also break a habit in that same sense, like 21-day challenge, 90-day challenge. That's how you break a habit, that's also how you build a habit. So do that, like apply it to your life, and by like doing that you kind of also like, because if you have plans for every day, like the 21-day thing, you build a habit, 90-day becomes a lifestyle decision. You won't even see that you won't even feel the time flying, because you've got everything planned out and you know when, what needs to be done by when, and everything is just planned, and you'll be more confident by knowing, like if you know what's happening, when it's happening, then you will be more confident in yourself. Because I mean, there's less room for uncertainty, and by being certain, you're more confident. But yeah, that's all the things that I feel that y'all need. Come, Bobby. Come do the outro with me. Ooh. So yeah, that's all the tools that I feel like you guys need. Say hello. You can say hello? Smile. Smile for them. No. So yeah, that's all the tools that I feel that you all need in order to build your self-confidence. So just use it, apply it, and reap the results. And in conclusion, I just want to leave you all with God created us all in His image, and perfectly so. So just trust the system, and everything will fall into place in due time. And yeah. Trust the system, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and let God work on you. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. And if you did, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment, and all of that good stuff. Until next time, guys. Bye. Say bye. Bye. No?
Bring my glasses in my bag.
Yes!
Is it the movie or the series? It's the movie.